Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about some of the people. Now, listen, I know it's Sunday, and I know that people are preparing for the work week, and girl, trying to get the get the kids in bed and do all that carrying on. Give your man some coochie. You know what I'm saying, girl? Whatever you got to do, girl. Try to get the week started off right. Lay out your work clothes, all that good carrying on, right? God needed to come down here and talk about this mess that's going on between Tamar and K. Michelle. Before we get into that, I wanted to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right. So this is according to Dorinda Deadly on Twitter, and they reported that RHOA season 16 will likely enter production later this summer. Casting is a mess. Girl, you know what's so crazy? Quiet as it's kept. If I worked for Bravo, I would probably be in my office kind of giggling and laughing because as much as we used to tear RHOA up, well, I felt like some of y'all went a little too hard on RHOA. I feel like y'all never gave our girls. I got how we could be a little frustrated with the franchise, but I feel like at one point it's kind of like, girl, don't forget that this was the number one show. This show carried Bravo for a very, very, very long time. But nonetheless, girl, there's always room for improvement, even with our faves. Girl, you never miss it until it's gone. I tell you. Girl, as much mess as we used to talk about RHOA, as much as some of us, y'all really, used to drag RHOA, I got in a little bit too. But I miss them so much. I never realized, like, I just miss RHOA. However, this is where we have to be honest, even with Atlanta. I don't know what's going on over there in human resources. I don't. I have no idea. But I do know this. Whatever is going on, it is a hot mess. And it's not making sense. I don't know what the purpose of Portia coming out and letting us know that she was coming back. I don't know what the purpose of Kenya coming back and letting us know that she was coming back if production ain't even probably starting until June, July. Now, mind you, Portia came in and made her announcement, a couple of months ago. I would have assumed that at that point, once they started kind of letting us know who the cast was, or at least with us, with them building, I guess, the excitement for the people who love Portia, because Portia does have a fan base. That I would assume that maybe they said when you assume you make a hello a ASS. Um, I just assumed that because when they made the announcement with Portia, or when Portia, I guess, got the okay to make the announcement or whatever, that soon, you know, the cameras will be up and they will start filming season 16. Um, but then people started saying that Portia said that they have not been filming. And then when Kenya came out and officially made her return, I'm like, okay. I don't think they know what to do with RHOA at this point. I don't think they know what to do. I think they're probably over in the office banging their heads against a wall. Um, because I know they have the girls to. There are girls in Atlanta who could be on the show. I refuse to believe that they're not, but I just don't know if they know what direction they should go. And now that you have Portia and Kenya coming back, which is pretty much going to be them being the face of the franchise, the faces of the franchise, I think they're kind of nervous on which way it could go. Because it could go back to that whole Portia and Kenya stuff, and they know that people are tired of that. And quiet as it's kept, I think that Portia and Kenya. Let me shut up. I just feel that maybe they should just wait. And I think this the way that they are going about announcing season 16 is not working in the way that it needs to work. We found out Portia coming back a couple months ago. Y'all still ain't got no camera set up. We found out Kenya coming back officially a few weeks ago. We still ain't got no camera set up. Now it's being reported, and just because it's being reported doesn't mean that it's true. But now it's being reported that you're not even going to start filming until this summer. I don't know what's going on in Atlanta, but who was that? I think it was a Brooke. Shout out to the Brooke Ashley. I think it was a Brooke Ashley who said it. I don't see Housewives. I think I think she said she gives them like 2 or 3 more years. I give Housewives 3 to 5 years before they really start to just pull the plug. I give them about 3 to 5. Listen. The golden days of Housewives, the 3 to 4 million viewers that Atlanta had, that will never be for any Housewife show. Beverly Hills will never pull 3 to 4 million viewers. Atlanta will never pull 3 to 4 million viewers again. Potomac, they damn sure ain't. Orange County, like those days are long gone with reality TV. Period. Vanderpump Rules had their hit, had their moment last season where they, hit the 2 million mark because of the scandal between Tom and Raquel, better known as Rachel now. Um, but those days are gone. And, the girls are lucky to hit 1 million. The few that do are the one or two, not even few, because I think it's only Beverly Hills who really be hitting 1 million when it comes to the Housewives, right? Um, those days are gone. And I think that when it comes to the Housewives, reality TV is just not reality TV anymore. Before it gave you a bit of reality TV. Now it's just about these four storylines, um, these fake storylines. It's just not reality TV like it used to be. I give it about 3 to 5 years before the Housewives they start to pull the cord on each franchise. Okay, we can pull the cord on Potomac. We can pull the cord on Orange County. I think Atlanta might be one of the last ones to go. I can see Atlanta being one of the last ones to go. I can see New York being one of the first ones to go. I could see them having the reboot go on for probably about 3 to 5 more years, and then girl, they'll pull the plug. Especially if it doesn't get to a point. If they're not, especially if they're not even pulling in around 800,000, 900,000, I don't see it. Miami, I could see them pulling the plug on Miami. Yeah, it's sad, but it's reality TV. What they say? What goes up must come down. So it is what it is. But I do feel like with Atlanta, girl, they just need to wait because girl, whatever y'all doing, it's a mess. Y'all making announcements. Y'all not record. Y'all not filming. Y'all making announcements. Y'all not filming. Then they say I'm not filming to this summer. Girl, y'all just a minute. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And just wait until y'all get everything figured out and then just do the proper rollout because the rollout that you're doing is a hot ass mess, Atlanta. Okay. Anyways, all right, y'all. Let's move on. So, this is according to the Jasmine brand. Ex users allege Tamar Braxton shaded K Michelle in recent interview. It was a couple of people who shouldn't be singing country, black music. It was awful. I'm going to play the audio so you can hear it. But ex users are alleging that Love and War singer Tamar Braxton threw a little shade at K Michelle during her recent interview. While discussing Beyonce's new Cowboy Carter album, Tamar stated, Black country music is very necessary, and goes on to say she's proud these artists are getting the recognition they deserve. As the interview continues, Tamar names a few black female artists that she is starting to listen to, but then goes on to say, because it was a couple of people who should have not been singing country black music. That was awful, and it was concerning for me. When asked to put a name on who she was referring to, Tamar declined. She says, if you're going to step into a new genre of music and represent us, that you got to represent. Girl, so listen to what she had to say, okay?
So Tamar, Cowboy Carter came out some weeks back, Beyonce's new album. What do you think about her moving the country?
You know, I knew you guys were going to ask me about that. Did you? I did. I think that Black country is so necessary. Mm-hmm. I'm so happy that people with talent who can actually sing country music that are Black people are finally getting the recognition they deserve. That's what I think.
And she's a Texas girl. She's country.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't know. I just really appreciate Beyonce for opening the door for all the other Black artists that has, you know, rode that wave behind the floodgates. Yeah. I'm just really appreciative of her.
Agreed. That's awesome.
These people can really sing. They're so talented. Yeah. What's that one Black guy who could sing, like he sings so low?
Tony Evans Jr. He's on the show. Yeah.
Man, I really appreciate his artistry, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that.
That's true. Yeah. I started following him because just to hear him sing, I think is sing. Yeah. It's also another Black. It's like two Black girls I like. One little brown skinned little girl.
That's Tanner, right?
That's her real name, Tanner.
I think so. But we'll keep going.
And then there's another girl who kind of looked like the Beyonce campaign.
I know
you know what I'm talking about?
I can't remember her name, but yeah.
She's talented too.
We'll figure it out.
But I appreciate it. I like it. Because there was a couple of people who should not have been singing country Black music that was awful. And it was concerning for me.
Care to mention a few?
No, but you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be funny. Yeah. I'm not trying to be funny. It just didn't sound good. Yeah. And you got to make sure if you're going to step into a new genre of music and represent us, that you got to represent. It got to be right.
So Tamar, Cowboy Carter came out.
One, what is country Black music? Two, is really not a new genre for us. But anyways, that's another conversation for another day. But Tamar know that. Tamar is a musician. She's an artist. I'm sure she knows her music history more than me or anybody else. But it's not a new genre. Okay. Anyways, so listen. This is the thing, right? So K. Michelle responded, and this is what K. Michelle. I think this is an order of how it all happened. K. Michelle put this online. How many times are you going to keep calling for something you can't handle upon its arrival? Huh, Janice? And she put a picture of a Muppet. Now, for those who don't know, a long time ago, K. Michelle and Tamar had a beef, and she referred to Tamar as a Muppet. And I think it was on the reel. Tamar had kind of like a breakdown while retelling the story. K. Michelle said, I spy with my little eye, a leprechaun in my DM, sigh. Imagine you keep playing with someone who's minding their business, then boom, they sick of you. One tweet and screenshot and it's over for you. I don't pull stunts raggedy in, I pull cards. This is what she also had to. Let me get some more other tweets together. This is a mess. She also put, now I'm going back into my place of slumber, peace, and positivity. I have some goals to accomplish, and I'm grateful for every blessing I'm receiving. I could go there, but I'm going to keep minding my business and singing these songs. I've grown, I've healed, but I'm not weak. Leave me alone. I'll turn the other cheek, but I'll slap yours first. K. Michelle, Tamar came out and responded to someone who said, we've been down this road before, and I'm sure neither wants to revisit that. She responded and put, I absolutely was not. I said a few artists. I paid homage to Beyonce for bringing positive attention to country music. There are people who I don't address and don't mention in mention/shade to keep mess away. Where was all this chatter when my song went number one? I mind my business and go to work. She also put, I wasn't speaking about you. I'm assuming she was responding to K. Michelle with this tweet. I wasn't speaking about you. I would have said your name. I was speaking of country Black music that I've heard before that I didn't enjoy. I wish you the best in all your future endeavors. I only want to beef with the devil. The end. K Michelle was in the neighborhood talks comment section, and this is what she put. Y'all know I wouldn't be saying anything. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's been going on for months, well, years. She's just very hurt acting out. It has to stop today. I don't speak on her, about her. We aren't in the same circle. I don't think of her. She continues to bring me up in some way, throw her shade, then play victim. I'm just going to keep playing with her. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to keep playing with her. It's played out, but she will stop. I can overlook negativity all day, but don't keep looking, but don't keep poking at me. I'm sorry, but don't keep poking at me even at shows. I know everything you do and the fits you throw while I'm performing or ask. Everything. I don't say a word. I be quiet and sing. There's no reason for you to continue subs and jabs. I'm not reading all that, girl. So this is a thing. I'm not gonna lie. I did think of K Michelle when Tamar was talking. And maybe it is because of the beef that they've had, and because K Michelle has been working on her country music for some years now, and will be releasing her first country album. So I felt like she was taking a jab at K Michelle. Now, do we know that for a fact? No. There's a possibility that Tamar was not talking about K Michelle, but I do think a lot of people, the first person or one of the people that they probably thought of was K Michelle. One thing I don't like about Tamar is Tamar do give me throw a rock and hide your hands type of girl. She does give me that. And even if Tamar was not talking about K Michelle, Tamar has been in the business long enough to know how this works. I'll give you an example. I got my little YouTube channel over here. Girl, we do our thing over here. We kiki, we laugh, girl, and then we go on about our business, right? I ain't got these hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I ain't got these millions of subscribers. But I got my few, and we do what we do, and we have a good time, right? But I also have seen where some of the people will try and mention other YouTubers in a negative way. And I feel like they're trying to get me caught into some mess. I do. But I also feel like I'm smart enough to know, girl, what the girls are trying to do. And even if you're not trying to do what I think you're trying to do, I'm still not getting caught up into no mess. Okay? So if you even leave a comment and I see the comment, and I'm in my comment section a lot, okay? I delete. If it's about a YouTuber and I feel like it could be perceived in a negative way, I will delete your comment. People have asked me questions in lives mentioning other YouTubers. I'm not steering or going down that road. I'm not getting caught up in no mess. Okay, that's not why I'm not even down here for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with somebody like Tamar, who is an actual celebrity, who has been in the business for a very long time, probably has some type of media training, should know that I should probably think before I speak. It's You can't come out and say something negative like she said, because even if she wasn't talking about K Michelle, she was still shading other country artists. You can't come out and say something negative, and then when people start to talk about what you said that was negative, try and act like, oh, I'm just trying to be positive and live in my world. Girl, no, you're not. Because the truth of the matter is, if that's what you were on, you would have just came out, said what you was going to say about Beyonce, say what you was going to say about the other girls in country, or the other boys in country, and then left it alone. But that's not what you did. You said that, and then you also, not to be shady, or not to shade anyone, girl, you're shading. Just because we say, let me say something. Just because I say, girl, I ain't trying to be messy, that don't mean I ain't being messy. Just because I say, girl, I ain't trying, like, no shade, girl, that don't mean it's not shady. So just because we say no shade, I ain't trying to be shady, that don't mean that you're not being shady, or at least it won't be perceived that way. So I just wish that Tamar really starts to just do better. Unless you just like to be in the mess, and that's okay. But don't try and act like you're not in the shit when you in the shit. You know what I'm saying? And Tamar loves to play that tango. She loves to play that game. And I think a lot of people have caught on to Tamar a long time ago. And I think that's why a lot of people, Tamar leaves a sour taste in their mouth. When you see people leave comments about Tamar, a lot of the comments are not leaning in her favor. Like when I'm like, oh, I want Tamar on Real Housewives of Atlanta. God was in here windmilling for my life for Tamar. Everybody was like, no, we don't want her. No, we don't want her. No, Rodney, we unsubscribing. We gone. When you get some sense, we'll be back. Girl, like the girls don't really see it for Tamar like that. She has a fan base, of course. But Tamar, I think she just rubs people the wrong way. And I think it's the whole, again, throw a rock and hide your hands type of thing that Tamar does. And now that K. Michelle feels like she's been hit, and a lot of people feel like the rock that was thrown was intended for K. Michelle. Now the beef has been, girl, what's the word? Reignited. When all she had to do was just go down to the podcast, say something positive, and keep it moving. You know K. Michelle is doing a country album. You know she's been working on country for some years now. You know that. Tamar ain't that far removed from the music industry to the point where she just don't know what K. Michelle is doing. She might not care what K. Michelle is doing, but you definitely know that K. Michelle is doing a country album. Period. Anyways, child. That's that on that. All right. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Do y'all agree that Tamar is throwing a rock and hide in her hands? And even if she didn't know, even if she wasn't talking about K. Michelle, she should have known better. All right, y'all. So this is according to Baller Alert. This is an update on Kevin Hart and Tasha K's mess. So Kevin Hart's defamation lawsuit against Tasha K moves forward. So Los Angeles, California Superior Court Judge Holly Fuji, Judge Holly has ruled that Kevin Hart's defamation claim against YouTube commentator Tasha K can proceed. This stems from an ongoing legal battle stemming from a tell-all interview posted on Tasha K's website in December, featuring Hart's former assistant, Misha Shakes. During the controversial interview, Shakes claimed that Hart had been involved in criminal activities related to a 2017 sex tape scandal in Las Vegas. However, Hart's legal team argued that those allegations were false and easily disprovable with a simple public record search, noting that no criminal charges were ever filed against Hart in connection with the incident. The judge rejected a part of the anti-slap motion filed by Tasha K, whose real name is Latasha Transrena Kebby, and her production company. Anti-SLAPP laws provide defendants a way to quickly dismiss meritless lawsuits, known as SLAPPs, or strategic lawsuit against public participation, fled against them for exercising speech, press, assembly, petition, and association rights. Anyways, additionally, the judge dismissed Hart's extortion claim against Tasha K, citing that the California law does not support this cause of action. However, Hart's other claims include defamation, invasion of privacy, and intentional interference with contractual relations will move forward in court. This is what Tasha K had to say. So glad that the judge threw out Kevin Hart's bogus extortion claims. That's his forever go-to line these days, it seems like. My lawyers made progress getting half of these so-called claims thrown out today. We have 2 more claims we are actively fighting regarding interference with NDA and defamation. But this is the last time I speak on this moral clause lawsuit. I'm just happy that my name was cleared on the extortion because no one has ever attempted to extort from my team. See y'all tonight on YouTube and Facebook, and tour tickets are on sale via my website, TashaKOnStage.com. Ooh, girl. Shout out to Tasha, shout out to Kevin Hart, girl. I don't know, child. Tasha messy, we all messy. I'm messy, she messy, everybody else is messy. But I also think Kevin Hart, girl, I know Tasha K left a sour taste in a lot of folks' mouth with that whole Cardi B stuff. I get it. But girl, Kevin Hart, that's the one, girl. Tasha is outright with her mess. Kevin, that's the girl who's sneaky. Okay? Okay? That's the girl who y'all really need to have y'all good eye on. Okay? Because I feel like Kevin, he cares so much about his image, even when he does do dirt, girl, he's gonna make sure, of course, it doesn't get out by any means necessary. I just feel like Kevin Hart has a big question mark beside his name. Anyways, it is what it is, honey, girl. As long as we ain't getting sued, don't give a damn about nobody. Okay, that long ain't us. Because girl, I ain't got no money. So you gonna be wasting your time over here, okay? Anyways, child, I'm gonna go, and girl, I'll just take the video down. Okay? Girl, just take it down, girl. I ain't even got time to be playing these games with none of these people, child. All right, y'all, I'm gone. Y'all have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.